Good afternoon. Happy Wednesday to you. Apologies for the couple of minutes delay. My technology did not want to work. So welcome to my workshop, which is the 5 big ass things you need to know to enhance your profitability, but also more importantly, save your sanity as a busy mompreneur. Because regardless of what you may think, as a mom and a business owner, whether you like the term mompreneur or not, it doesn't really matter. But when we have got these, they're full-time jobs on themselves, we need to do whatever we can to help save our sanity. We need to be mindful of what we do because we need to look after ourselves as well. So I'm also going to be sharing a couple of Brucey bonuses to actually make sure that not only are you enhancing your profitability, but you're also saving your sanity. So making sure that you actually get it done, because there's no point in doing anything, going through any of the information that I share with you today, if you don't take action on it. Okay, so there's no point. Okay, so I'm going to be sharing the 2 Brucey bonuses to make sure that you do that. Okay, so we're going to get straight onto it because we're very busy and we need to be mindful of our time. So I'll get through and deliver as much content as I can for you, making sure that you can actually implement the stuff at the same time. So the first of the big ass things you need to know, number 1, is about an ideal client. Okay, so before I even talk about what it is or anything like that, it's a case of, is this you? Do you struggle with the concept of what an ideal client is? Do you struggle with the idea that you need one? Does this resonate with you, that you're thinking it's a waste of time, I can just sell to anybody? Okay, and yes, technically you can. That's not a problem. You can do that. But it then makes things so much harder from a time, effort, energy, money point of view. Okay, because if you don't know who you are talking to, it's just going to cost you so much of those things. So ideal clients is something that is ignored by a lot of people, thinking that it's not relevant. It is something that people find hard work, to be honest, and a little bit restrictive. It is something that, bear with me, I'm just making sure that it is streaming okay. It is something that people don't think applies to them, because their product, their program, their service, whatever it is that they do, can in fact be relevant to everybody. And that might be the case. Okay, so it's something that is so important, because if you get a little bit clearer on who you want to be working with, if you get an idea of what these people have in common, you can make sure that the product that you offer, the message that you send out, and everything that you do talks to just that person, so that when they're listening or they're reading or they're seeing anything to do with you, they're like, oh my gosh, this person, she knows what I'm talking about. This is me, hello. And that's what you want to be doing. Okay, so it is so important because it gives you a template of what to be working from for creating all of your marketing materials. So, you've probably heard that you need to know how old they are. You need to know, are they married? Have they got kids? What's their yearly income level? Where do they live? What car do they drive? What magazines? What exactly is this person? Name them. And that's all well and good, but that's too much. You just need to look at what people have in common. So yeah, it's great to know. So for example, for me, there's no point in me trying to market and spend my time attracting people who have got no kids, because the whole thing of what I do is about running a business around the kids, and you have very specific issues, you have very specific needs, you have very specific challenges that people without children won't necessarily get. Yes, a lot of the things that we talk about and the things that I work through with my one-to-one clients could be relevant to any business, irrespective if you've got kids or not. But for my marketing, I focus on just mums. I mean, obviously I've got dads as well, but it's just to make things easier for me, I do mums. So think about what things that they do have in common. Think about the things that they struggle with. So what is it that they need help with? And just look at the common themes and the things that they have in common. Okay, that's as much as you need to do with an ideal client. As I say, we go into a lot more detail with my one-to-one clients, but ultimately that's why it's important. Okay, so it makes your marketing so much easier. Okay, and by doing that, it enhances, as the workshop is called, your profitability. Okay, it just makes things a hell of a lot easier, and it can be the difference between success and failure, basically, because you're spending so much time and energy and money on the wrong people, and these are going to be people that are not wanting to buy. They might not have the money, they might not have the what they perceive as the issue that your product, program or service provides. Okay, so are you struggling with this right now? Is this something that you've struggled with in the past? And sometimes a lot of people, they might have done it once a while ago and they forget about it. Okay, but things change. Our businesses evolve, develop. We have new programs, products, services. We have all these new things. So you need to continually look at things. So for example, now with COVID-19, a lot of businesses have changed completely. And, their ideal clients might be somebody completely different. So you need to be thinking about this on a semi-regular basis and just keep reviewing it, see if it's still relevant. Okay, because your market might have changed. So just because you've done it once, again, is this you? You've done it once, you've forgotten about it, revisit it. Okay, so that's number one of the big ass things you need to know. So ideal clients and why they're important and what to do about it. So number two is a bit of a biggie for some people. It's social media. And, it's from a work point of view, it's a love-hate relationship, because you've got so many more people out there. It's noisy, it's crowded. You need to try and stand out in your marketplace from now on. You need to try and stand out from the crowd of all the other, whatever it is that you do. And sometimes simple things are a little bit easier, because a lot of companies, if they've got lots and lots of money or ad spend or anything like that, then they can be noisy. But sometimes if you start showing up and being a little bit more you, and you are being a little bit more sharing your story, sharing your day-to-day activities. You're getting a little bit more real and sharing your uniqueness, whether you are a bit of a geek, you love technology, you love all that sort of stuff, whether you have funky, you can't really see it today, funky coloured hair, whether you wear unusual clothes, unusual shoes. I know people who wear really bright clothes. I have a couple of clients who their shoe collection is amazing and totally random and vibrant, and they don't even match. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, I shared a post recently about odd socks. They don't match. You know, that was actually quite popular. I've had a few messages from people who resonated with that. But you know, whether you have a love-hate relationship with social media, just be simple and just be you. So when it comes to the look, the feel, the vibe that you put across, make sure that it is you. People don't want anymore the big corporate, full-on, say corporation, massive business. We buy people. We buy stories. We buy people who share themselves. So it's like some of the stuff that I share on social media is not traditional marketing. So one of the photos, for example, was a picture of me with my youngest daughter with fake moustaches stuck on her face. And, you know, never in a million years, excuse me, would I ever think that I would share something like that. But that's us, you know, I homeschool my children, so we are together all the time. So obviously when I'm sharing my day-to-day life, when I'm sharing some of the things that I do for my business, it will include the girls because they're here. So do you know what I mean? So think about the look, the feel, the vibe that you want to be putting across, as well as helping you to stand out from the crowd. Okay, so think about that. And then the other thing that you need to be talking about, or thinking about more so, where you're speaking, where you're sharing your stuff, is the platforms that you are spending your time on. And from a business point of view, where do your ideal clients hang out? Do they, if you're working for more professionals or corporate clients, then LinkedIn would be a great social media platform for you, whereas say TikTok might not. For me, Facebook and Instagram. So I am live streaming on both today, so hence why you can see me looking at a couple of cameras. So Facebook and Instagram are my preferred social media platform because that is where most of my clients come from. I'm not gonna lie, I do not understand TikTok. My kids do it. They do all the TikTok dances and stuff like that and some of the challenges. It's not me, it's not where the majority of my ideal clients hang out. So to me, that is a waste of time. Okay, so just pick one or two places where you can hang out and, you know, show up, get that look, the vibe, the feel that's relevant for them. Okay, and I think this is a biggie, and, you know, do you resonate with this? Do you compare to what you see other people do? And I'd love to share, if you can share it in the comments, you know, what are some of the things that you are comparing yourself to? Because the content that other people put out and the content that you put out will be different, okay? And what's right for you is not right for them. So is this something you struggle with? To be fair, I struggled with it to begin with because I was like, oh no, I need to be like so-and-so. They do this, they're obviously very successful. I need to do that. But by doing that, excuse me, I wasn't showing up and I wasn't being authentic. So it would come across as, well, fake, to be honest. There's no point beating about it. I would have come across as fake because that's not me. I'm trying to be somebody that I'm not. So the minute I started to relax, be a little bit more me, almost the no nonsense, not caring, but let's not deal with the bullshit. Let's not deal with the crap. I haven't got time for that. My ideal clients have not got time for that. So what is the point in trying to be something that I'm not? And that is the same thing for you. So, please, again, share in the comments. What were some of the things that you would tell yourself that you had to be? What were some of the things that you told yourself and you tell yourself now that you should do? What are some of the things that you are telling yourself that you need to look like? What is it you're telling yourself that is actually sabotaging you? Okay, and the thing that you need to realize that is, when it comes to spending time on social media, unless it's your job, then don't spend all of your time there. If it is your job, then absolutely, that's what you do, that's where you spend your time. But if it's not your job, it's just an activity. It's part of the activity, the marketing activities that you need to do. And it's just one little element of your marketing plan. Okay, it's an important part, but it's still just one part. So, instead of spending, if you're spending all of your time on social media, then you are losing money, because you need to be focusing on the money-making activities. You need to be focusing on the things that actually bring money into the business. Okay, so you need to not spend all your time, stop pissing about on social media, and just make it work for you. So when it comes to the last thing I'm going to talk about with social media is the actual content that you put out. There's no good, it's not good enough if you have eyes on just the content if you don't have connection, because social media is social, so it's a two-way thing. You need to connect with your audience, you need to talk to them basically, and you want that two-way conversation. So it's a case of making sure that the content that you put out there is connecting with your audience, connecting with your crowd, and inviting interaction. So ask questions, things like that. Okay, so that's number 2 of the big ass things. Number 3 is to do with your website. Okay, now this is a biggie, and this is something that a lot of people struggle with, because they think that they have to have this all singing, all dancing, fancy pants website before they can do anything. They think it's the be all, the end all, the one thing that you need. And yes, a website is important, but it's not the be all and end all, and it's an ever-changing work in progress. So my website changes all the time. I've lost count. I seriously have lost count of how many times that the look has changed. I've changed the theme. Probably at least half a dozen times. I have changed the layout. I have changed lots and lots of things, and it's a never-ending thing. So you need to continually evolve it. But the thing that you need to be thinking about is that I know a lot of, especially my one-to-one clients when they first come on board, is they're not sure that their website works. First of all, they're not a techie person. It feels as though everything is a slog. It's over their head. They just don't understand it, and as I say, they don't even know if it works. When they think about, and we talk about the client journey, so this is when somebody first comes onto your website. They don't know what to do. They don't know what journey they want to take their website visitors on. And it's something that is a stumbling block for a lot of people. Is this something that you're struggling with right now? When it comes to your website, what's coming up for you? What is the challenges and the issues, and what's really stressing you out about your website? Comment. Let me know, because you don't have to struggle with it. It doesn't have to be this hard slog. You can make it easy for you. So have a look at what's coming up for you. But above all else, when you think about your client journey, is you need to make sure that it's easy to use, it's easy to navigate, people can find the information that they need, the information that they're looking for straight away. If they're having to hunt through your website to find this information, then they're going to get bored and go away. So we don't want that. So it's a case of, as I say, making it easy. So that's your website. The other thing that we need to be looking at, and one of the things that you do need to know, is about list building. Now, the first thing that I want to answer with that is, address is it dead? Is list building actually dead? Okay. The very quick answer is no, it's not. I think it is important. You need a list. You need to get people on your list so that you can communicate with them. And, sometimes people could be on your list for, a few years before they purchase. One of my clients has only just recently come on board, one of my one-to-one clients, and she's been on my list for quite a long time, a number of years. And it was just suddenly she came to the realization that she wanted to invest in a business, she wanted to invest in herself, and she decided that enough was enough. But it took her that long to make that decision. And if I did not have that list and that asset, because it is a massive asset for your business, I would have lost that client. Okay. So, do you have a list? And comment below, yes or no. It's very simple. It doesn't have to have thousands and thousands and thousands of people on there. A list could be really small, but really effective. It's, sometimes having a list that's got so many people on, do they actually want to hear from you in the first place? Are they, actually reading your stuff? So sometimes a smaller list is a good thing. So, please don't feel that you have to compare, your little tiny list to somebody who's got thousands. It doesn't really matter. Okay. And it's really important to have that list, as I say, to continually communicate, to continue to build the know, like, and trust factor with your ideal clients. That they've signed up to your list, so hopefully they want to hear from you. You can continue to do that. But also, a lot of people, they get people on their list, and then what happens is they don't message them. Is this something you do? They don't send out a newsletter. They don't send out any emails. They, as I say, they just get people on the list and almost, that's it. Oh, they're there now. Don't have to do anything else. Yes, you do. Comment whether you send out a newsletter. Comment how often you talk to your list. So I send out at least a newsletter once a week. And then obviously if I've got anything going on, so for this class, for any of my Mompreneur Magic episodes, or when I've launched a new product or a program, I would message my list. And that's what you need to do, because, as I say, it is something you must must not ignore, because it is the biggest asset for your company, for your business. Because, you know, yeah, you could have a Facebook page with thousands of people. You could have an Instagram account with thousands of followers. You could have social media accounts with lots and lots of people. But what happens if they suddenly decide to close down your account, close down your page? That has happened to people, and they have lost that list. So by not having a traditional list where they're getting email addresses, they have lost their potential customers. They've lost money. Okay? So make sure that you have a list. It's really, really important. So as I say, comment if you've got a list and how often you are communicating with them. Okay? So that was number 4 of the 5 big ass ways you need to do. And the last one, before I get on to the Brucey bonuses of making sure that you actually take action, is about sales and selling. Because obviously if you don't sell, you don't make money, you don't have a business, you just have a money pit that you throw money away to every day. Okay, so hands up, who feels awkward when it comes to just even the thought of selling? I did at one stage. I would picture a used car salesman from back in the day, you know, these sleazy, slimy salesmen who are just icky. That's what I would picture to begin with selling. And I'd be like, oh my gosh, I'm going to have to sell my soul. I don't want to do that. Oh my gosh, this is terrible. I don't... that's basically what I would think and how I'd react. And I'd be like, oh my gosh, I don't want to be that person. And selling, it doesn't have to be icky. It doesn't have to be sleazy. You do not have to sell your soul. You can be your unique, true self. You can be your awesome self. You can make sure that you are selling in the way that you want to sell. And, you know, you can find the voice that you want to do. You can find what you are comfortable doing. And that's what you need to do. So you don't have to be icky or anything like that. And it doesn't have to fill you with dread. It doesn't have to do any of those things. Do you know what I mean? You don't have to. So when it comes to selling and making sales without selling your soul, you just have to think about what it is that you're actually selling. And just be very clear, concise, get it in your head of what it is. Because by not offering the opportunity to your crowd to buy from you is actually a disservice to them. Because, you know, your product, program, service, whatever it is that your business is perfect for them. If you don't offer it, that's not fair on them. And, you know, you don't have to ram it down their throat. You don't have to be all in their face. You can just say, here you go. Here is my offer for you. It will speak to the right people. It will be the best fit for them. Excuse me. And that's all it has to be. It doesn't have to be anything more than that. You don't have to make it such a big deal. You don't have to become icky. You don't have to turn into somebody that you're not. So, you know, you would find your voice. You will speak in the way that you speak. So hopefully I come across as somebody who I will talk to you on camera and on social media the same as I would talk to somebody who's sat next to me. And it's the same. It's just like having a conversation. So it doesn't matter whether you're on social media or if you sat next to me. I will talk to you the same. It's my voice. This is me. So you find your authentic self, and that's what you offer. So, it's just a case of sharing the essential ingredients of what you offer as, say, whatever product, program or service. And that's all you need to do. Okay. So, are you somebody who really, really struggles with this? Are you somebody that the thought of selling literally fills you with dread? What comes up for you when it comes to the thought of selling? Comment. What are some of your issues? What are some of the things that's really stressing you out when it comes to selling, or even just the thought of selling? Comment. Let me know. Is it something that you're struggling with right now? Because you don't have to. Okay. Somebody, it was actually my coach. I have one myself. She actually said to me that when it comes to offering your product, service, whatever it is, you are giving them, your clients, your potential clients, the opportunity to fulfill their dream. I loved it, absolutely loved it. And because basically that's what it is. Whatever you offer, it is a solution to their problem. It's something that they want. It's something that they need. So by offering what your business is, you are giving them the opportunity to fulfill that dream and get that problem solved. That's all it is. And it's a bit of a game changer. It's a bit of a mindset game changer for me. Okay. So those were the 5 biggest things you need to know. A lot of it is all about enhancing profitability, because if you spend all your time pissing about on Facebook, you're not doing the money making activities. If you don't get your website right, you're losing money. If you don't make sales, you're not making money. So we next have the 2 things that you actually need to implement. All of the stuff that we've talked about, you need to implement your success plan. But I just want to tell you a little bit about a brand spanking new course that I've got. So everything that we've talked about today is what we cover in a lot more detail in my Busy Moms Set for Success bootcamp. We go into things a lot more detail. And when it comes to how you feel about your business and how you feel about yourself, think about how would it feel for you to have confidence in yourself, confidence in your capacity, your competency, confidence in your business, what you do, how you do it, your ability, confidence in the message that you send out, being feeling confident with what you're offering, being confident that you are the right person to serve your crowd. Hands up if you lack the confidence in being the expert, being the person that they need or the product that they need to fulfill get their issues solved. Hands up if you are really struggling with that. But to have confidence in being able to put things out there for sale and not hide like a hermit, sort of put it out, no, I'm going to run away. How would it feel to actually have confidence to ultimately be the CEO of not only your life, but also your business? So have the confidence to be able to do that. How would it feel to have the clarity in what you do, why you do it, what you need to be doing on any given day? So as soon as you come into your workspace, to know what you need to do. How would it feel to have clarity on where to put your time, your effort, your energy, your attention, what you need to be focusing on, clarity in what's important, what isn't important, what your business is all about, who it serves, what you do. But also clarity in taking action and not sitting in overwhelm, not sitting overthinking things, that analysis paralysis of, oh my God, I don't know what to do. So clarity in that, but also clarity in being able to kick imposter syndrome to the curb. Say bye-bye. So how would it feel for that, to have the confidence and the clarity, but also to have the commitment to actually making it work? You know, because hands up and be truthful here, who is not actually fully committed right now? You're only half-heartedly working, you've only half-assed effort, you know, you're only dipping your toe, you're not all in. Okay, hands up, is that you? Hi, I see you. It is you. So being realistic of making it work and being fully committed, but also committed to creating the business to serve your life and not the other way around. You know, your business needs to be able to serve you. So being committed to having that, but being committed to having the fluidity and flexibility, so that you're not stressing when things don't go to plan, because, you know, things need to be a little bit fluid. But realistically, I think also having the commitment to you as a CEO, as a mom, and the different roles that you have, but also you as a person. So you're not just so-and-so's mom, you're not just so-and-so, it's you as yourself, so be committed to you. Okay? And then how would it feel if, with regards to profitability, you know, if you have the right crowd, the right message, the right product, that would equal more money. Okay? If you are, you know, not doing the shit that isn't important, if you are focusing on the money-making activities, you know, how would it feel to actually prioritize the money-making activities, because that makes more money. Money-making activities equals more money. Okay, so hang on, let me just have a quick look. So, calculator. Let me just give you some little examples of if we actually focused on. So this is actually something I go through with my one-to-one clients, and obviously it would be something that we cover in the bootcamp as well. But if you think about your business right now, and a lot of people, before you actually realise it, you could realistically have an additional and open up another income stream. You know, so that new product, that new program, that new service that you've been thinking about, it's in your brain, that you've not launched it for some reason, something's holding you back, you've not done anything about it. It's there in you, but something is holding you back. How many ideas have you got here? So let's just have a think about some income that you can bring into your business. So let's just say, tell me calculator. Let's just say you've got a £20 product. You know, whether it's an hourly rate, whether it's a product or a program, whatever it is. So let's think about 20. And if you made just 5 sales a week, for example, over the course of a year, I don't know if you can see that, that would be £5,200. Obviously, if you made 10 sales a week, that's nearly £10,500. Don't know if you can see that. What about a £50 product? We'll do the same. Let's just work on 5 sales a week. Nice and real, you know, really low. So these are low figures. We're looking at 13,000. Don't know if you can see that. Obviously it's 26,000 if you do 10 sales a week. And then let's just finally look at, let's do £100. 5 sales a week over the year is 10,000. Oh, no. hang on, times 52 is 26,000. Okay, and then obviously if you had £100 product and you sold 10 a week, that's a whopping £52,000 a year, and that's an additional income stream. So that is just that product, program or service that you've not launched. That's quite scary. So, you know, how would an extra, let's just say, you know, I think it was £5,000 or 13 or £26,000, that's if you're just making 5 sales a week. But, you know, you could be making an extra £52,000. That is mind blowing, because if you always do what you've always done, you're always going to get the same results. You're going to stay stuck. You're going to stay where you are right now. So is it now time to, you know, do stuff differently? Is it time to change what you've been doing so that you actually get the different results that you want to achieve? Okay, so, you know, now is an amazing opportunity, an amazing time to, you know, get that enhanced sense of, you know, peace, control, clarity, skyrocket in confidence, a bigger bank account. Yes, please. Okay, so that's the nuts and bolts, the impact that my Busy Moms Set for Success bootcamp would do. So we will spend 10 weeks together going through the different modules. And so the modules will be looking at boundaries, productivity and getting shit done. We'll be looking at nailing your ideal client, social media marketing, looking at what your website needs and doesn't need. We will look at list building. We will look at sales without selling your soul, and we will look at how to stay out of overwhelm for good. So those are the different modules. And, you know, I'll take your hand, we'll go hand in hand to build a solid foundation for your business so that it is unshakable. Okay, so to get involved, head on over to the website. Let me just put the link into here for you. One moment. On the Facebook page, on the live. So, and then the link will be in my bio on Instagram. So have a look at that. And basically you need to just crack the fuck on, because come on over, get on board. Success Train, we're going to kick off on the 8th of October. I'm actually going to be loading up some content beforehand so you can work through before kickoff. So get signed up now. So, you know, if you don't get your shit together now, you know, it's going to cost you. It will cost you your sanity. It will cost you your growth. It will cost you your ability to buy nice things or do the things that you want to do. It will affect your mental health, your physical health, family time. Okay, so get on board. The website for the bootcamp has just gone up. Any questions, let me know. So just very quickly moving on to the 2 Brucey bonus point that I said about. And, you know, everything that we've talked about today, these are the golden nuggets that you need to do to make shit happen. So it is looking at overwhelm. So it is when it comes to the symptoms of it. So, you know, you could be overthinking things. You could be not even sure what to do. You could be sat there just twiddling your thumbs thinking, well, there's no point. You could be looking at your procrastination behaviour. So, you know, suddenly deciding to need to, you know, do some cleaning, put some washing, organise something. Okay. The other thing that you need to be thinking about is, as I said, I'd love to know what procrastination you do. So put it in the comments. I tend to organise, which is a good thing in some respects, but it's still stopping me from doing what I should be doing. So it's something that I'm aware of. But then really, it's something I've spoke about a lot, is to do a brain dump. So get everything out of your head onto paper, prioritise that list, and that is your to-do list. That is where you need to focus your time. I will put in, I'll see if I can dig out the link for a video I did that for you. So that's the first thing, is getting out of overwhelm. So by doing your brain dump, recognising your procrastination behaviours, that will help you an awful lot to get shit done. And then the second thing is all about boundaries and productivity. Okay, so you need boundaries and for a successful business. So what, is this something you struggle with? Is this something that is an issue for you? What comes up for you from, your family, your friends, your clients? Do they think that they can just stop by for a coffee? Obviously they can't at the moment because of restrictions, but do they think they can just phone you at any time, contact you, expect answers? Put in the comments, what boundaries have you got in place already, or haven't you? What issues are coming up for you, as I say, from your family, friends and clients? But boundaries are so important, because if you have effective boundaries in place and you get out of overwhelm from the first Brucey bonus, then your productivity will increase. It is what it is. But when it comes to boundaries and it comes to how you run your business, it's your business, it's your rules. You can do things how you want to do it. You can have the boundaries that you want in place. You can work when you want to work. You can work the hours you want to work, the days that you want to work. There's lots of things that you can be doing. So it's your business, it's your rules. Okay, so that is, in a nutshell, the 5 biggest things you need to do to enhance your profitability and save your sanity as a mompreneur, as well as the 2 Brucey bonuses that you need to actually make sure that you do to be able to implement what I've talked about. So, we've looked at the dealing with overwhelm and having boundaries in place. Okay, so let me know any questions. I'll be able to check in later for you and answer those for you. So what questions have you got? What issues have come up for you about the different things that we've talked about? Let me know in the comments or drop me a message. So that's the end of today's class. I'll let you get on with the rest of your Wednesday. I'd love you to check out the Busy Mums Set for Success Bootcamp. Head on over to the website, book your place now. Remember that we kick off on the 8th of October, but I'll be loading up some content beforehand to start working through. Okay, so enjoy the rest of your Wednesday, and I look forward to, as I say, comments, questions, issues that are coming up, and look forward to seeing you come aboard to the bootcamp. Enjoy the rest of your day. So take care.